So you see this right here, that's my score right now. And with 38 seconds left, I lead by 38,000 points. So I think I could just skip to the end by going Alt-Tab, which I'll get to later. But here's what happens instead. So I do the Alt-Tabbing. And I lose by less than 300 points. Actually, if I get rid of this, you'll see, oh yeah, I was minus 2 minutes at that point. And so here's the stunt I want to show off, because this is a really good stunt. So, you see me doing the jump, I back up for some extra speed, okay. And boom! Wow, what a stunt. That's unbelievable. But yeah, that's it for that. Oh, and here's another stunt. So this was a different attempt. As you see, I'm minus a minute. And I pull off a very insane trick right here, scoring-wise. Like, it's a super combo level trick. Watch this. Ready? I'm worried the game's too loud. Look at that, 88,000. Alright, so now we're going to get into the run itself. That's the end of the previous run. I will create a new profile. And that's how I restart. Oh wait, hold on. I have to pause because I messed up my splits in this run, so I'm gonna have to redo them as I'm replaying this. Okay, hold on. And the rule with this game is the timing starts. Right. Timing starts there. Alright. So, this is Crashday. It's a driving game where you have to complete these events. It's split up to into multiple different types of events. There are wrecking events, stunt shows, which are my favorite, and races, of course, as with all driving games. And then there's also pass the bomb and hold the flag, which we'll get to later. But currently this is a wrecking show. I have to wreck 10 vehicles as fast as I can before anyone else does, but that's pretty easy since this is the first level. Oh, and right there I got kind of a no-kill. See, I shot my missile off and he blew up, but I didn't get credit for the kill because this game's kind of weird sometimes. And yeah, I'm a bit sloppy at this. I'm a bit out of practice, I have to admit. Alright, now here we're going to be seeing a cool glitch. So I mentioned alt-tabbing earlier. So I am going to try to get enough. This is a stunt show, and the goal is to get more points than the other drivers. Here I'm going to go, whoop, that was a mistake. I'm going to actually retry that stunt because you get a lot of points by just going through that billboard. And here I alt-tab, and what alt-tabbing does is it kind of fast-forwards the game. You will see that it paused while I was, you know, at my desktop. Now we're going to go to the race, and what I did is I went to the shop there and I bought a speed upgrade. That's pretty cool, and the races are pretty easy. Well, winning them is pretty easy, but yeah, doing them without making any mistakes is a bit difficult at points. You may also see that I changed from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. That's because I get a higher speed. No, I don't, but yeah. And I'm going to be doing 2 laps of this, so if you get bored, I'll just have some complimentary football on the side. If you get bored, you just always move your eyes to the football highlights. That's pretty cool. Whoa, that was a cool trick. Now, this is actually distracting me more than it should my audience. Right, so that was the first lap. And, yeah, that's about it. There's not really much else to say. I know fast-paced football action is probably going to be more distracting than the game itself, but oh, it sure is distracting me. Wow, look at that. Look at that juke. Yeah, that's huh. And it is, I do some cuts, you know, over the grass to get to some checkpoints faster. Hey, Fragulides, thanks for the follow. But anyway, we're coming up on the end to this level right now. Alright. Now to the off-road stage. So, the current record for this is a 105.01, or at least that was what it was. Now it's a 102.12, because that's what this run is. It's going to be kind of weird, because the first run I'm submitting to the leaderboard for this game is going to be a full game record, which is going to be looked at with a bit of a skeptical eye at first. Be like, did this guy find some new tricks? Well, I did, actually. We'll see some good ones in a bit. There's a small one right here. I'm not even sure if this one even saves time, where I reset as I'm going through that checkpoint, and then I go over here, and it prevents me from having to turn around a few times. So that's good. I'm not even sure if it saves time or not, but I still think it's a cool skip. And it definitely doesn't lose time. Yep, and I messed up there. I'm not going for a perfect run, just world record. Could have gone for sub 1 hour, but I think world records are good enough for now. Oh, yeah, and they're spinning out. I'm wondering if it's even possible to finish a run of this game without spinning out at least once. Oh well, who knows? Maybe it is possible. Maybe I just suck. Maybe I haven't played this game enough. You see, this is only my 60th attempt. Alright. Hold on, I'm looking at the football right now. Probably shouldn't be, but is that the playoffs for that season? Alright, how long is the video? 44 minutes, okay. Alright, so we're coming up on the end here of the level. I'm gonna hide the football off screen for myself because it's distracting me. Alright, so. Oh, a little mishap at the end. And I'm gonna add a heavy wrecking kit because we're going to go to another wrecking match. Oh, that's right. And this one is a very special wrecking match because you don't have any bullets or missiles because I don't have them unlocked. So, I'm just going to have to bang right into them as God intended. And I'm going to be using the reset feature. Did I explain that yet? Oh yeah, if you press R, or I have it mapped to J, you can get a recovery, which means you will be placed back where you were. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's going inside the building. Usually don't do that. Right. And I thought he was gonna die there. Right. And now we're going to a hold the flag event. And the thing about this is you get a flag and then you have to drive through checkpoints. You have to avoid the enemy team at all costs. The flag spawned really, really close. Yeah, I gotta make sure to avoid the enemy team throughout all this. And there's quite a bit of luck in this event because the checkpoints that get chosen are in a completely random order. Whoa, that's a cool football highlight. By the way, I sort of what's the word? Misjudged where that checkpoint was, and now I'm in a bit of trouble because I gotta avoid the enemy teams. And it was actually my teammate that stole the flag from me, and that could be very annoying. I have to steal that flag back, and I am in the worst car because I haven't bought any better cars yet. But yeah, I got it back, and if you look at the mini-map, he's right, which is right above the football highlights, you see he's right on my tail, so I gotta finish this real quick. And boom! Minus 227. Wow, that's, I guess it got really unlucky on that one. On my 106 run. Alright. So, this is Car Thief. There's a lot of races in the amateurs. There's going to be, the next 3 runs are going to be races. So, not too thrilled about that, but, yeah. This is a point-to-point race. It may look like I'm racing against other people, but I'm not. I'm just racing against the clock here to get to the final checkpoint. Once again, not the perfect run, but it is going to be record. Whoa, what a play! Okay, maybe I should stop looking at the football and look at my actual run. Because we're looking at the highlights for the 2002 NFL season right now. because I just happen to have it. Don't want to hit one of those trees. Okay. Next one is a knockout race. This means I have to complete... Basically, I have to complete 5 laps, which are around 30 seconds each. And the last person who's placed in last on every lap gets blows up. But it's pretty easy. I'm going to be taking the lead fairly soon. See? Look at that. Easy. So that was the last time the Browns were in the playoffs until this year. It's been so long. And apparently my, if you look at my keyboard input displayer right beneath the T, apparently it wasn't working for the arrow keys this run. Yeah, I am using the arrow keys for this. The arrow keys with my right hand, and with my left hand I'm pressing the V and... Want to become famous? Oh, go away. I'm pressing the V and the other buttons that deal with weapons and recovery. There's no mouse in this game. We don't use the mouse at all in this game, and it can wear out the fingers quite a bit. So we're coming up towards the end of the 3rd lap. Or is it the 4th lap? I've lost count. It'll be the 4th lap. Okay, so one more lap after this. And each lap is around 30 seconds, 25 to 30 seconds. That one was 28. Alright, this is about it. This is going to be it. This is it. This is it. Alright, now this level is what we call a bomb run. So there is a bomb attached to my car, and if I go under a certain speed, I will blow up. So I gotta keep above a certain speed. And I don't want to spin out or recover, because it could cause me to die real quickly. So I will slow down at certain spots in this run, because this is actually one of the easier levels to die on. I don't even know why it's an amateur level. It clearly belongs in the pros. Right here, I'm going to be riding the rail, riding the curve. Right, out of that tunnel. And here I have to slow down a lot, because if I go over that edge, then, ooh boy, I'm dead. I want to make sure to go slow over these those bumps there, because those if I get a bad bounce on them, I could die fairly quickly. Alright, and that's it for the amateurs. Fairly good, I'd say. Now here I actually went off the proper route I'm supposed to be following. I was supposed to buy a new car here and then play this level with that car, but I decided to use my standard old police car for some reason. This is one of the harder levels to speedrun because it follows a very particular route. So it's a stunt show, and there's kind of a way to cheese this level, which you will see, is to go over these that giant ramp over and over again. It requires a good turnaround every time you do it, and that was not a good turnaround. So yeah, I got fairly close to I got ourselves closer to the end goal of 150,000 per team. It's more like 150,000 for me alone, because my team doesn't really do all that much. And I have a suspicion that the enemy vehicle AI in this game isn't really all that great, to be honest. I have the suspicion that their point totals are inflated compared to the players. Alright, now I will buy that ride and upgrade Ultra Performance Kit. And here I'm just going to be alt-tabbing throughout the entire thing. This is a team wrecking match, so I can just for all the team wrecking matches, there are going to be 3 throughout this entire run. I'm just going to be alt-tabbing through all of them and just letting my team do all the work. Because believe it or not, it's actually not very easy to lose when you do that. So you see there, went from 0 kills to 8 kills. Suicide. Okay, this is another bomb run. This one's a bit shorter than the other one. And on this one, I do think I mess up quite a bit. So this happens entirely inside the tunnels, and you can sort of ride the edges of the tunnels, but it's a bit risky because if you hit it too fast, then you will sort of crawl up on the edge and die. Once again, it's like the other bomb run. If you spin out or reset at all, you're dead. Yeah, like that. If I had tipped over there, that would have been a death. And thought something happens here. Oh yes, this happens. So I die, and I have to retry the level. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I just spun out and... God. Yeah, so I lost about a minute on this level. Oh, and I'm spinning out again. Thank God, though, I was able to save it that time. Yeah, I need to practice this level a bunch. Oh, excuse me. But if you get bored watching me do this level again, you can just watch the complimentary football highlights. It's a Savage Brick exclusive. Oh god, look how much time I'm losing. Alright. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind when I'm going for sub-hour. Alright, now this level is really easy to cheese. So I'm just going to be turning, I need 120,000 points. So I'm just going to turn over and go to this farmer's rooftop. And for whatever reason, driving on the farmer's rooftop gives you a lot of points. So I'm just going to go back and forth between these two. And boom. That's it. That's that level. Completely done. Alright, here we go. It's not a race. Too many races in this game. Cool trick there. Well, alright, I actually was able to land that. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, and I did it a third time. This time I didn't land it. Okay, we're only 3 checkpoints away. Alright, now we're going to P6, which is another Professionals 6, which is another wrecking match. In my opinion, probably my least favorite one in the game. So I'm going to add in Crash Power Kit, Armor, and then Weapon, Missiles, and Minigun. Alright, so here I'm going to be killing police, but the biggest problem with the police is they often like to kill themselves as well. Or, I guess, kill each other. And I want to get the... Oh, and there I got a glitch where I got slow missiles that don't fire off very fast, so I had to reset the game. There we go. Okay, so now there's also a problem with no kills in this level. Sometimes you'll just kill someone and you don't get credit for it. Shame. So you have 2 standard police cars with no weapons, and then the Mario, the pickup truck, Mario, the overpowered one with all the weapons, and he just shot one of the police cars. Oh wow. Okay, do another recovery because like the way that was going. Mario's a lot harder to kill. Often I'll target the police cars because they are much easier to kill. Ah! Sometimes the turning is just a big problem in this game. I can't turn around and face my foe. Oh, and I'm just gonna go to their spawn point and spawn kill them. Look at me playing fair. Oh, did I get that kill? I'm not even sure. Because if a teammate gets a kill on another teammate, which happens a lot in this level, then it counts as -1 kills for that side. But I want to be able to be the one who gets the kills, not let them team kill each other. Right, another spawn kill. Oh, I missed this one. Oh, and that was a team kill. I wanted that kill, but Mario got it instead. That's annoying. Oh, yes. Okay. 2 more kills. I should be able to get this one. Oh, God. Bomberman. Alright, this is a pass the bomb event. So if you get the bomb and then die with it, you get 0 points. If you don't get the bomb at all, or actually if you don't have the bomb at the end and you don't explode, you get 1 point. And if you pass the bomb off right before it explodes, you get 3 points. So I just skipped over 2 rounds because there are 8 rounds here. Looks like Donald got a lot of points for the first 2 rounds. So you want to get the bomb, and then I'll pass it off with around around 10 seconds left, or less than. Oh, that guy avoided me. Hold on, actually, I might die with this bomb. I'm not sure. Did I die with this bomb? Oh no, I passed it off to Donald. Yes. And then I skipped forward a few more rounds. See, the longer you stay alt-tabbed, the further you'll fast forward. And I don't really know which round this is, honestly. But I'll find out after it ends. Anyway, I passed the bomb off to Ryan. He's gonna die, and I'm gonna take the lead. Seven out of 8, so there are 2 more rounds to go. Ryan received the bomb. I'm gonna play through this one. I'm gonna keep the bomb for myself until time comes. Maybe even do a few cool tricks. Bomb pass to done. Right, and he's done. And I could just skip over the last round because there's no way I can lose. because I'm going to get the 3 points for that one. And then, doesn't matter what happens in the last round, I'm going to win anyway. Alright, now here is a very cool route. This is a new one. This is sort of the level that allowed me to get record, because this is another team wrecking match, and I can just hide my vehicle away like I did the first one. Right here. And then if I alt-tab, alright, can you head further up? Okay, now if I alt-tab and then go back in, you can see that I get to 8 and 0. So I basically just let my teammates do all the work. It's like that old Smash or Mario Party video. Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. Look, 19 to 2. Wow. Right. Visit the shop. We are going to sell this ride and buy the second best vehicle in the game. I was about to sell that ride, but then I realized I don't need to. Right, now we're going to be doing 2 more races. 2 more races throughout the whole rest of the game. And this is one of them. Yeah, just in case you get bored, because races are kind of boring, just watch the complimentary football. I know you can't hear it, but you can always imagine. You can always lip read. You can always look at Jeff Fisher's awesome face. Does it really say possible time save 28 seconds? That's ridiculous. How can I save 28 seconds on this level? That doesn't seem possible. I've never made that many mistakes in this level. Unless I did them out of order. Because I could have done big pile of scrap before I did any of the other levels. Oh, that's a good idea for a route. Okay. I had an idea, but I won't share it yet. I had the idea to swap around Pro 2 and Pro 1. That could save... Ooh, that could save like 10 seconds. No, probably not 10, but a good 5 seconds. Wouldn't have to sell my police car. Like I did this run. I could play Pro 1 with the new and improved car. Huh. Alright, this is a pretty good level so far. No big mistakes on this mountaintop circuit. So, why does it say possible time save 28? That doesn't make much sense to me. It's a mistake with the splits, I bet. But it doesn't really matter actually what my splits say, because I can save 4 minutes on the end mission alone. End game. Yeah, no, there's no possible way to finish the level that fast. There's a mistake in the splits. Alright, big pile of scrap time. This is a cool level. But, I'm gonna back up a bit because I want to be able to get this jump off alone after all the others. Alright, I'm gonna be trying to do combos because I can do big jumps, or I could do combos, and doing combos is often the better idea for point-wise. I'm going to do a combo on this back set right here. There's a second combo I could try to do. Second really good combo I could try to do. But I think I'll do that later. Guy gets in my way. Oh, and I'm failing all these stunts right now. I should practice this level more. The goal is to get a high enough score and then just alt-tab through the rest. Although this one's a lot more difficult to alt-tab through. Because I don't really know what the other players are going to score, so I decided to play it safe here and get a good amount of points. And as you see, there's only a minute 12 left. And I did nice little trick shot there. So I am going to go for the other really good combo right now. This is not part of it actually. Here it is. So, oh, and I messed up. But that shouldn't be too big a deal. I'll just alt tab in the air right there. And boom, we won. And now here's the longest race of the event, of the game. It's a 4-lap knockout race, and each lap is around a minute and a half long. So that's 6 minutes in total. Yeah, this one's kind of boring. I don't really like this one that much. Ooh, this is the Super Bowl they're playing now. Wait, no it's not. Oh, it's the NFC Championship. And the AFC Championship. Where were you when that happened? I was 1 year old. So each lap isn't a minute and a half, it's more like a minute 15. So it's better than what I stated before. That one was a minute 13. So it's gonna be slightly, if I keep up that pace, it'll be slightly less than 5 minutes. And I haven't made any mistakes so far. Wrecked. Okay, 3 drivers remaining. Alright, so 2 more laps. Or I guess 1.5 more laps by this point. Excuse me. Alright, this is the last lap. We're almost there. Oh, and we made a mistake. I wonder if it's possible to alt-tab at the very end and skip like the last bit of straightaway. No, that's ridiculous. Yeah, alt-tabbing as much as possible would be good, because that's kind of like the holy grail trick. And we're even going to be using it in the next level. Because the next level is another team wrecking match. Alright, so we're at the end of this level, finally. Right, and this level I do make mistakes. So it's gonna be me and one other guy, but I'm gonna be hiding myself away again and gonna just let the other guy do all the work. Believe me, there's very little chance of losing with the strategy as long as I pull it off correctly. And I'm gonna be hiding on top of those trees. Except I'm gonna miss the first jump. And on the second jump, I do something I've never done before. See, watch this. I land on top of the trees, and then I fall down into them. And I wanted to alt-tab here, because I was sort of wondering, you know, what happens if that happens? Well, does it still work? And after alt-tabbing for a bit, I realized it doesn't work at all, so I just have to reset. Yeah, look at that. 2 to -3. Yeah, the other team really does like to step on its own tail. But yeah, the scores were going up too slowly, so I had to reset. And that lost me a whole minute.
Watching Eric Crouch take over.
Wait, hold on. More football highlights coming up. So this one I'm going to do it properly. I'm supposed to end up on top of it, and I need to position myself quite well because I can kind of drift off over time. And now I'm just going to alt-tab and let my teammate do all the work. Maybe I should get some better football highlights. Those ones seem to be a bit hard to see. Alright, let's go with a classic. Let's go 1986. Alright, 20-4. This one takes a bit longer, so I'm gonna have to be alt-tabbed for longer. (24, 25). Look, 24-4. It's not even close. It's weird. Right, I lost a minute and a half there, but I can save 2 minutes this next one. Getting all the things I need for the wrecking match, because the last level is a wrecking match, same as the first level. An off-road suspension. It doesn't stop you from spinning out, but it does help a bit on this level. This is another hold the flag level, and I'd say probably the hardest level of the game. Right, got a good position for the flag. I could alt tab in this one, but the teammates are a bit unreliable. I want to, because I can get like a 6-0 lead or 7-0 lead, and then if I recover, then I can place the flag back down on the field at a random spot and just let my teammates do the rest of the work. But it's a bit risky though. Even with a 6-0 lead, somehow my teammates can't score 4 points on their own. Come on, teammates. But I'm going to be getting all the checkpoints here. And it's very easy to spin out here. Holy cow, it's really easy to spin out. Don't really know how to prevent that. Maybe someone in the comments can help me. Alright, now we'll be heading off to this next one. And I overshot it. And I need to get past the enemy team because they're going to be following me from behind. So I'm going to do a bit of a figure 8 here to circumnavigate the enemy team. I'm getting a lot of airtime. One thing I really don't want to do is turn sideways, because then I'll lose the flag. Alright, we're halfway there. Here I almost lose the flag. But no, I didn't entirely turn sideways. One thing I want to avoid at all costs is letting the enemies get the flag, because it's very hard to get it back. Once again, there's a lot of luck in this, like the first one, because it's random what checkpoints it decides to point you to. And a lot of times it can point you right back in the direction you came from. Like there. And so I have to take the long route, make sure to avoid all of the enemies. And yeah, after this the levels get a lot easier. I could have maybe saved, I could save maybe an extra minute here if I tried that alt tab strat I was mentioning earlier, but it's too risky. Too risky to pull off in this run. Alright, super combo. This is the best level in the game, hands down. But it's also the shortest one, or one of the shortest ones. Alright, so I'm just gonna The goal here is to get a combo of 70,000 or more. And I'm just going to be hitting these hills over and over again. And boom. Alright, here's another pass the bomb. Whoa, look at this awesome football play. Alright, so here, I can't actually alt-tab right at the start because then the game will crash. And, oh, I got the bomb right at the start. That's, I'm gonna have to play out through this first round. Usually I skip through the first 2 or 3 rounds because I can, and no, I passed it off too early, so I couldn't exactly get the 3 points there, so I'm just going to try to get it back. I passed it off again, and then that guy passed it off again, and it's too late to get it back, I think. And I think I'm going to try anyway. What am I doing? No, I'm not going to try. Okay. I recorded this last night, so I don't really know what my deal was. I actually think on this level I had to reset. Yeah, I think I had to reset. Okay, I passed it to Kanzan. Kanzan passed it back to me. And I sort of hogged it for a bit. Could have given it to George Rush. George Rush. This game was released in 2006, by the way. And then George Rush went over me. Went over my head. Right now I'm going to try to pass it off to George Rush. But, oh, I think I fail. Oh, yes, I missed him. Oh, my God, and I end up dying. And I have to reset because I can't make up that lead, and I have to win the game. So another minute can be saved on this level. Oh, and they gave me the bomb. Can't really pass it off to anyone. So I'm just going to alt-tab to the next round. Hey! I don't have the bomb in this round. And somehow on this round I got 3 points even though I didn't do anything. Hey! Guess what? It's, Luigi wins again. Maybe I should just call myself Luigi. Whoa! Waldo wants to kill me. Alright, here's an interesting... I do remember what happened this level. This round. This round was very, very interesting. So, I go over here because I want someone to follow me, and if they follow me, they'll be trapped in this area, like a zoo animal. But no, that didn't happen. So, waiting 18, 16, 15. I'm going to pass it off to this poor fellow over here because he's all by himself. Then I will get far enough away. I thought I was far enough away, so... But apparently he passed it back to me and I ended up getting the bomb there. So I have 15 seconds now to get the bomb and then pass it back off. So this is getting quite intense. So I got the bomb from Emmett Brown. And I passed it right back off to Emmett Brown, and I'm going to alt-tab again here because there's a bit of waiting you have to do at the end. And yes, I won the event. Right, 2 more events. This first one is Airtime, another stunt show. So I have to be inside the air. My car has to be in the air for a total of 1 whole minute. And there is going to be some alt-tabbing here. So I'm going to be taking all the jumps. All the jumps. All the jumps. And I think oh, do I mess up here? Oh, yes, I do. So I decided to take a side jump instead. No, I decided to get a further run up to the giant ramp there. I'm going to be alt-tabbing here because I spent around 10 seconds in the air and I can just instantly ground myself. by alt-tabbing. I'm not actually sure how much time that saves. And alt-tabbing here is a bit of a risk because I don't know how far ahead it's going to send me in the round. See, I only have 4 minutes to do all this. And actually what I'm going to do again is I'm actually going to alt-tab a second time. Yeah, foolish me, taking all these unnecessary risks. So I'm going to go above and beyond. Into the clouds. So I'm 41, and when I finish alt-tabbing, I'll be at 51. And I'm going to be doing another jump. I could have alt-tabbed at the end jump here. That might have been too risky because I'm not sure if I would have gotten 9 seconds worth of airtime on that jump. And I kind of glitched through the ground here. Lucky me. That could be a good actual strat if you find a way to glitch through the ground. That could help us out a lot. Alright, so, possible time save, 4 minutes and 4 seconds. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I failed a lot on that level in my previous run. And I want to switch to that song because I always switch to that song. It's the final level. And I think I missed with the missiles. Not even sure how that happened. And I think I got a no-kill here, and I decided to restart. I shouldn't have done that, actually. I think restarting was a mistake there. Lost me some time, because I gotta go all the way back now. Oh well. This is the end game, so I want to wreck the guy 5 more times than he wrecks me. And I also want to avoid colliding with him because that can cause that causes a lot of damage to me and not a lot of damage to him. He's driving the incubator, which is the best car in the game, hands down. And I don't have it unlocked until I finish this level. Oh. Alright, I guess I did collide with him once. Alright, +2. We're not quite halfway there. Here I'm going to be doing a bit of a trick. I'm just going to recover while he's about to hit me. And boom. I'm going to spawn kill him now. I don't know why only 1 missile came out there. Oh yeah, I ran out of missiles. Okay, so I'm just going to have to drive all the way back now. Oh boy. Oh. Alright. And now I just need 1 more kill. 1 last kill. There it is. 102-12.
You have to grab it. You might have to wait a long time and struggle through a lot of difficulties, but you should never, ever give up on your dream. Never. That's the secret. From starting with a couple of wooden ramps in a workshop, we created a professional and incredibly profitable racing league. The operation practically ran itself and everyone was happy. But like I said, it was my job.
Alright, here's the splits for my original. I ended up messing up in these splits and getting desynchronized. So my sum of best went down by 4 minutes. Somewhat undeservedly. So yeah, that was Crash Day. Hope you guys enjoyed. I sure enjoyed getting the record. That's about it. See you guys next time.